welcome to Illo Talk. I'm Cory Kerr. This is 100 Days of Animation, Day 3, where I spend at least 30 minutes every day, no matter what is going on, finishing up my animated short film. And today was busy. Today was a Saturday, and it was pretty busy. One of my wife's friends had kind of an emergency, so my wife had to take off, which kind of threw my schedule, and got to hang out with my daughter, which is super fun. And you remember yesterday I had a fire because the light went out, so you can kind of see the ladder here in the background, and I installed a new light. So there's that, new light. Anyway, today's going to be a short one. It is 1:58 a.m., 1:59 a.m. now. So it's 2 in the morning, and I've been up all day, and I'm tired. So let me show you what I did. We've got some. I'm trying to work out this character you saw me drawing yesterday. You can see. I thought it'd be kind of funny to do, like, different things. He's got 6 legs, right? So he's gonna have 2 legs in the bottom, like you can see here. Like, here's how his body works, right? And so this plate is gonna go in front of the 2 legs, and then he's got his rear end piece here, and then so he's got 4 arms left. And I thought it'd be kind of funny to have him have like both symbols of power in like a flail and like a Roman short sword. Also, like the ever-present threat. I might make this like a German Luger. But anyway, and then I thought it'd be funny just to have like a mug of coffee or hot cocoa or something. Maybe it says "World's Best" something or other. Anyway, you can see I was right here trying to work out different ways that his collar would be. And anyway, so this might be a little bit boring. But I was trying to figure out how his cape would attach and everything. So maybe he had like a brooch as like a side deal. This is kind of like the animated situation where like what his cape does is he walks sideways. You can kind of see him trying to work out the frames of the animation there. And then this is one of my favorite things that I've done so far, honestly. And I'm super excited to color this and ink it. But basically what's going on here is you have kind of a propaganda poster, right? And so I did some research. I talked to a buddy of mine on campus. I teach at a university, and I talked to him. He's a political scientist. And so I was saying, all right, what are some of the symbols of revolution, the symbols of a dictatorship, totalitarian government? And so I tried to work in as many of those symbols as possible. And one of the big ones was children and women love this dude, and you want to see him like playing with him or giving him flowers or whatever. And so I've got like eggs and larvae and caterpillars, kind of representing fragility of youth and innocence in kind of the insect culture here. And then you've also got like kind of the beauty and delicate. These are going to be transparent, these wings here, and there's a certain type of moth or butterfly, and it just looks like it's going to break if you breathe on it wrong. And so the fact that type of creature trusts this guy is like huge propaganda. We're going to have all kind of reds and yellows and stuff in this, and then he's got this big giant flag going on in the background that he's holding up with 2 of his arms. In kind of a cruciform Christ pose as well, and so you've kind of got that action going on, and then you'll have kind of this imperial. He's got kind of the cloud and the imperial Japan. The cloud is actually a tie into his being a stink bug or whatever. Iron Cross, Stalin's lapels, and things like that. So it should be a fairly cool poster, and it'll feature prominently in the opening scene of the animation. So that was one of the main things I did today. And then to contrast that, we've got kind of this guy in prison, and this is a little light. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm working out here like how a drip would look, and let me show you closer. So those are the different stages of a drip, because I'm going to have kind of a looping drip situation in this dungeon. I've got this kind of light that's going to just teeter back and forth just to give it a little bit of movement. And then we've got kind of a bug here in chains, and I'm going to do a little perspective, and then there'll be bars in front. And so you'll kind of get that situation, I think it's called Parallax. You get that situation where as something's moving this direction, there are things that move in front of it. So if you're ever like, I don't know why, but this used to fascinate me as a kid, but I would be driving, my parents would be driving, I'd be looking out the window because we'd always drive for vacations or whatever. And so we'd go on these cool vacations where we'd visit our cousins and stuff. We'd drive through farmland, right? And you kind of get that, there's this deal where the stuff that's the closest to you moves the quickest, right? You are passing the landscape at the same speed, but the stuff that is further away from you, because it converges to a point because of perspective, things get smaller as they get away from you. You get this interesting kind of fanning effect. And the things that are closer to you, so if you got like rows of cotton or rows of corn or rows of whatever crop you're driving by, and you'll see it kind of opens up as it goes, and the opening stays in the same spot even though there are rows passing you. Fascinating stuff. Anyway, Walt Disney innovated this way back when, where he would have a camera situation, but it would be multiple layers, and then as he moved across, he could move different layers of detail, the foreground, midground, background, at different speeds to give you that kind of parallax or traveling through a 3D space effect. So if you look at those old cartoons, you'll see stuff in the foreground as we're scrolling sideways. You'll see stuff in the foreground moving quicker than stuff in the midground, which is moving slightly faster than the stuff in the background, which is moving pretty slowly. And so even in my jail scene here, I'm going to try to do foreground, midground, background in as much as I possibly can. And so there will be jail bars in front of this. The dude is going to be all the way in the background, and then the light and the drips are going to be kind of in the midground. And so as we pan one direction to look at them, those things will move in front of each other at different speeds to kind of give it this depth. Because remember, I'm doing that kind of 2.5D. It's not quite 3D because everything is two-dimensional and flat, but because I'm putting it in Z space or closer to you or further away from you, because you've got X, and then you've got Y, and then you've got Z coming at you and coming back. If this was a 3D film in the 70s, my hand would be reaching through the screen. Anyway, that's Z space. And so that's kind of that 2.5D. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to keep this short, and you're not going to be able to watch me do anything because I already did it, because it was a busy day. But I did it. So day 4 tomorrow. I will probably ink this poster a little bit. Though I'm having some trouble because I just moved into this house and I don't have internet on my computer and I don't own a scanner, so I usually take pictures of things with my phone and email them to myself, but there's no way for me to do that right now. So when it's not 2:07 a.m., I'll probably think of an easier way to do this. So we'll figure that out tomorrow after I get some sleep. We'll catch you guys later. As always, subscribe. You can follow me on social media. In the comments or in the description of this video, you can see my social media channels. Leave me a comment to let me know you're watching and what you think of what's going on so far. And thanks for watching. You can catch my stuff at CoryKerr.com. That's CoryKerr.com. And I'm on Twitter and Instagram mostly, and do a little Snapchat, a little YouTube, and whatnot. So Thanks. Catch you guys tomorrow. Too tired to do something funny right now, so that's it. That's all I've got. And my voice came back, but it's gone again. I'm hoping I get it back before I lecture on Tuesdays. Tuesdays I lecture for 6 hours straight, so that's in a couple days. I'm hoping it sounds a lot better than this, because if I show up, that'll be interesting. All right, anyway, catch you guys later. I'm rambling now.